Hi, I'm Guy Shavit with SignalMax. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to change the default IP address and password of a 065-7890 FSF PDP switch. So first of all, I'm going to go to open my browser to the default IP address of the switch, which is 192.168.1.1, and my computer is in the same subnet as that, so I gave it an IP address in that range and connected to it directly. And I'm going to log in with the default user and password, which is admin and admin. And that's going to open up my web GUI here. I'm going to go to Configuration, System, IP, and this is where we're going to be able to set the IP address of the switch. Now, if we had multiple, and we'll do in later videos, if we have multiple VLANs set, we could have an IP address, different IP address on each VLAN, but currently we're in a default just VLAN 1. So I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change it to 192.168.4.10. The mask is set here in a length of, so this is the equivalent of 255 to 55.0. And then I am going to just apply. Now, once I do that, it's going to change the IP address of the switch. And because I changed it to a different subnet, I'm going to have to change my IP address of my computer so I'll be able to access it. If I had changed the IP address within the same subnet, then I would not need to go through this step, but I wanted to emphasize that if you do change the subnet, you have to make sure your computer is on that subnet so you could access it. Sorry. Okay, and now we're going to go to the 4.10 and we'll be able to reach it. Okay, and we're going to log in. We're still in the default user and password. Now we want to change the password of the switch, and I'm going to go to the configuration. I am going to go under security, switch, users, and I'm going to see the admin user and its privilege level. I can access it, and here I can change the password. So let's change it to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do not recommend this as a password, but just for the purposes, it's going to log me out, and then I can log in with the new password. Now, an important point to remember is that, as you saw, all changes I made applied immediately, but they're not being persistent yet. So if this switch is rebooted or if there's power failure, it will revert back to the last previously saved configuration unless and until I click here to save the configuration. It's going to save the running to the startup configuration. Once it's done, it's just persistent. If I reboot the switch, now it will come back up with the new IP address that we set and password. Thank you for watching this video, and please check out our other videos on 065-7890 FSF PDP configuration, as well as other switches.